Good morning and welcome back. This week I'm off to Stone in Staffordshire to attend a bushcraft weekend with Staffordshire Bushcraft CIC. What I'm going to be doing is a anti-mantracking weekend with Kyt Lyn Walken, who's an expert in tracking. She's worked with people all over the world, police forces, military, for man-tracking skills. So I'm there this weekend up until tomorrow afternoon. Over the weekend, hopefully I'll be doing some recording and doing a bit of firelighting, and we're also going to make bannock for either tea tonight or breakfast tomorrow morning. So I've got all the stuff for that, for the group of us to make that. So I've got about a 35-minute drive now over there. So yeah, I'll bring you back when we're back to the woodland and I'll show you the woodland and stuff. So we have arrived at the woodland where we're going to be doing the bushcraft, and this is the, you got all here and you got all up there, and this is where we're going to be going through this woodland here. Just got to be careful where I'm driving, because I believe it's the bird season, so as you can see all the feeders are out. Take it easy through the woodland. It's a nice woodland here. It's a mixed woodland. And, just got to take it easy. A little bit muddy through here. Be careful. My car is not 4x4 or anything, so it's got to take it easy through some of these bits, and it will bottom out if I'm not careful, as you can hear by the beeps going off. So this is the car park just here, and I'll show you the rest in a minute.
Part, but they also very...
where it goes like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Twigs. But you wouldn't be necessarily looking for that initially, would you? You'd be looking for footprints.
So this one is also a very good one. Then of course, James, what happened here is that you ended up in the mud area, that, so of course you retain. But again,
I think we all.
It's alright, mate. It's alright. Hello, and just finished day one of the anti-man-tracking, which was really good. So I'm just going to go up now to set up my basher. So this is the sleeping in. So you can see there isn't much kind of track in there, but we kind of just got to fight our way through. Hopefully not get stung. Put my trousers on a bit. But this is the area that I'm going to set up my 3x3 tarp, and then I'm going to go for on the ground the pretty much the setup I had last time. So I'll get it set up and show you. Right, let's get it set up. So I don't think it's going to rain tonight, but I am still going to put a tarp up. I think 3s, just because of with the ground. I think I'm just going to go for like a diamond tarp. So I'm going to tie the 2 corners to the trees and then just kind of sleep underneath the bit in the middle, because this ground is not very forgiving. So I'm going to go around this big tree. My tarp might be a little bit too wide for this, but see how we get on. All I do is put it like that and just wrap it around the tree. As I say, it's not exactly going to be cold tonight, so, and it's not going to rain. So I might just pop this out underneath this, to be honest. Right, so I'm going to find myself a little stick. Nice. So I've got myself a little stick. Just going to act as my front bit here. So I'll knock it over a few times. And I'm going to there's a tree just behind you, which is getting tied off to. With a tall tar pitch, so I can adjust the tension if needs be. Excuse the sniffly nose because I've just been cooking around the fire for the last hour or so. So that'll do. I'm going to leave water here at the plastic section of the pad. Feel the ground a little bit. So the first thing to go now is going to be a ground sheet, which is just a piece of IPK, so individual protection kit, which is what the British Army used to cover trenches or holes that they dug. But this is just the bottom kind of section. The waterproof section of the IPK, which is not going to go down for one air bag maybe. So I'll pop this down. And then it's where I'm going to be sleeping. Just keep everything protected. So that's what I've got. Jackets. Right. Spare clothes. I've got a mattress, second pillow, tent booties, and my sleeping bag. I've also got this little thing to show you, which is a micro mosquito net, freestanding, which I might put up later, I'm not quite sure yet. But the bugs haven't been too bad today, so I might not put that up. So first thing to go get out is pillow to get it up. I haven't bothered with like digging bag this time or anything because it's not going to rain, I don't think. I've got plenty of coverage. I might just drop that side down later on tonight, just in case it needs it, but I think it's perfectly fine. I have got in here a mosquito head net, which I might just put on or have ready just in case if the mozzies get bad with bugs, so putting that Life Systems bug net up. So same colours last week. And same in the bed, and my top one. So just while that's blowing, I've got a couple of these off Timu, which is basically like a little D-ring, D-clip, with a magnet. So what you can do is you can put it that on the inside of your tarp and that on the outside. You can hang your light from the middle of the tarp, so it would look like this. You can hang your light from there. What I might do, I'll move it back a touch, drop this down, move it back a touch, and pick it back up. So I can move it back and watch the outside, drop it down a touch. Pop it there, and just pick it back up. And now I can hang my little light so hard, so put it all the way round. That's it, yeah. So now I can let it back hang my little light. Now I can hang my top that from there. And also got a bit of light on the ears and something like that. The last one I had of these, I think I brought it up and it popped when I was here. I think it blew across the ground because it's a really lightweight one. So now I've got this on with the cover. Hopefully, it'll last a bit longer. So that's pumped up. And I'll just give it a couple of breaths. And then everything back in the bag. And now I can hang it right down on the inside of there. So later on, I can have a loud one. And I've plenty of brightness. So that's on there. As I said, the pillow, as you know from my last video, I think I'm going to sleep this way down. This wraps around the sleeping mat. Make sure the bags go back in one of the bags. And I will put everything in one of these wash pouches on the side. So I know everything is routine and everything. The sleeping bag, as I say, it's a Qezer bag again. It's the same as my down blanket from last week. This is just a sleeping bag, it's very nice, yeah. I think it's going to be way too waterproof, but I have got a little thing to do. It does get buggy. Which I might tell you later, I might not, depending on if I use it or not. That's me set up for the night, and I'll do a bit of cooking in the morning and stuff, so.
I've got patterns on it, I've got a whole load of the Tandy stuff, right, which is all the Tandy leathercraft. Yeah. That's quite a useful one to have. Boo, are you cold at all?
I'm good, thanks.
It's lovely by the fire.
Okay, so that's the end of the night. It's about 11:45, and I've just been sat up around by the fire having a chim mag really, so, and hot chocolate and stuff. So it's now bedtime. So there's the sleeping bag set up, and this is my current view of the area. This is where I'm sleeping tonight. So yeah, pretty nice little area. So I want to get my head down now, and I'll bring you back in the morning once I'm up and packed up and stuff. So good night. Good morning. It's about 6:30, and just woke up, and it's a really nice morning. This is the view this morning. So I've just been lying here for about 10 minutes, just listening to the morning birds chatting away. So it's been nice. Sleep wasn't too bad. I had about 4 hours, 5 hours. Bit broken because it was really warm, so I had to wake up to take my t-shirt off and stuff. But yeah, generally it was a really good sleep. So I'm gonna have 5 minutes, and then I'm gonna start breaking down camp, have a quick wash, and then head over there to try and to cook some breakfast. So I can currently hear something walking around in the trees behind me. So I'm not sure what that is. But I'll have a quick look and see if I can see anything. But yeah, we're going to cook some bannock this morning over the fire. So, alright, and I'll just check back from the video, from the setup video. For some reason my mic wasn't working, so you can't hear me too well. But I'm going to speed it up anyway. The setup is ×2, so you should be able to hear some of it, but not all of it. But I might put the mic on and stuff to break down camp, so you can hear it a bit better. Alright. Okay, so it's pack up time. So just like to show you. Obviously, you got all this stuff in your pockets in the day, but you don't want it in your pockets at night when you're asleep. So this is a little folding tub that I got from Temu. So it folds flat and in half, but you do the corners up, your little press studs, and you can put all your stuff inside. So it's like my first aid kit, paracord, my belt, my knife, head torch, pocket bellows, lantern and stuff, all goes in there. So it's in one place at night time, and that just stays next to my sleeping bag. So I'm going to put all that on, and then I'm going to bring you back for pack up. Okay, so it's pack up time now. So I've got all the bags ready in my little storage thing. So I'm going to start packing away. So all my clothes that I've used yesterday, I'm not going to use today at the bottom today, the Bergen, because I don't need them. And then I've got everything else out that I need to pack up. So start the sleeping bag. So my sleeping bags, as you know, it's a stuff sack, so you just stuff it in. So put it in the bottom. Obviously do it bottom to top because it releases any air that's inside the sleeping bag. Just literally stuff it in. It's a little bit damp this morning, just generally. So this is a down sleeping bag. So I will get it out and put it in the net bag it comes with. But I'll also put it on the washing line for a little bit to give it a bit of a blow and air. If you don't want any moisture sitting in the fibres of the bag, because it's down, it'll like the feathers all stick together and it won't work as effectively as a down sleeping bag. So this is a Qezer, which is the same make as my down blanket. Really good sleeping bag, really warm. Too warm last night to be honest, so I could have got away with my other sleep system last night. But right, so that's that done. To the next. So again, just roll it up, get out as much air as you can. Once you have sealed the button, just fold it in half and just pop it in the bag. So this one isn't as packable as my last one, but it is 10 times better with the cover on. You don't feel like you're going to just pop it all the time. This pillar, it just literally rolls into its little pouch at the end here. And it wasn't nice having that extra pillar last night, so I think I might be bringing that more often. So the air mattress, I let it down about 5-10 minutes ago to get most of the air out. So it should be pretty much ready to go. So it's in half and then just basically follow the creases that are already there. So it's in half and then it folds back on itself to roll it up. So in half and then in thirds. And then I've got the elastic band ready, which goes around it, and just literally just roll it from the one end. Obviously roll it from the end without the valve to get as most of the air out as possible, if there is any air left in, which there's always going to be a little bit, doesn't matter how much you try and flatten it out, there's always going to be a little bit, but just try and roll it as neat as possible, tuck all the bits in. Just keep pulling the centre bit across if it does start to come. Right, and as you can see there's a bit of air in there, so just keep rolling it until the air comes out. This UL80 is probably one of the best sleeping bags I've had, sleeping mat I've had, to be honest, it is really good. So, little pouch for the me Flextail pump / light, which the other one's naked, so I've just used a little bag, waterproof bag off a Primus coure at one point. So, just pack everything away, so everything goes in there. And then I can get my pillow stuffed at the bottom, and the head net stuffed in there as well. Shoes, down booties going, and just sitting on the top, if you don't try and ram in too much, is the pump. So just pushing it at the top, give it a little bit of tighten up, but it's all there in one pouch. So that's pretty good. So drop them in now. So pillow in and airbed going at the bottom. This is quite a big Bergen. This is my it's a Berghaus Bergen. It's 100 litres, so there's quite deep at the front, so you can get quite a lot in, as well as like sleeping bag and stuff. So torch and my little macro away. So don't need them out now. And they just go in the top pouch. Along with like the wash kit and my battery charger and my little phone stand. And this was that mosquito net, but what I'm going to do is probably tomorrow afternoon I might go out for a walk and I'll show you then. So yeah, that just goes down the side of the bag. My bag is pushed in. Right, next thing to go away is the IP cake. So I've got a couple of little yellow elastic bands I got from somewhere. Just all this does is just gets folded up. No specific way, really, just wherever it fits. I think I can fold it just into quarters best I can. To be honest, yeah, I got it perfectly set because it's just a piece of plastic. So normally get something like that, and then just roll it. So it's generally rolled and circular. could be neater, but it doesn't really matter. So the last thing to come is the tarp. So I'll just pull this back this one and flick it over. There's only one temp peg holding it in from this side, so just take that out. And then I use some decent sized temp pegs, so these are just 8-inch nails. But also I've got some of the like temp pegs, so some normal ones, some other bits and bobs, so and like a ridge line and stuff. So, but these temp pegs I've had since I first became an instructor in the Army Cadets, and they've lasted like 10 years plus. So buy cheap, buy a lot, buy once. These are like £1 each, and I've got like 6 or 7 of them. End up they've lasted absolutely ages. So next thing there is the tarp. So basically all I do is just stuff it in the bag. So I hang the cordage on each corner, and then just basically just stuff it in from a corner. Nothing special. So everything's on quick release knots, so just give everything a pull, and it just pops off. So with the paracord, I use a figure of 8 around my finger and thumb. So one corner between the thumb and the index finger, and then just go around your pinky, creating a figure of 8 around your thumb and your finger. This is called hanking the cordage. And then all I do is I just leave quite a bit free, keep everything together, and then just wrap it around a few times, and then just tuck the one end through the last wrap, and that creates a nice neat bundle. In doing the figure of 8, what it does is, if you've done it right, it's just you can pull it, and it just all leads out to itself. And you can, there might be a knot in the end just from where you've tucked it, but that's easy enough to get out. So instead of just wrapping it around your fingers like this, which is what a lot of people do, they'll get all tangled. So as I say, wrap, figure of 8 around the finger and thumb. Doesn't have nothing special or neat. It's just literally just to keep the cordage, paracord, whatever you're using, neat on the corners. So wrap it around, and then just tuck it in. Same on this side. So this was a bit of a just budget setup. Some tarp was too big for the gap between the trees, so let's just pull it around. So same again, figure of 8 around the finger and thumb. So hanking the cordage, and then wrap. Take your last bit, tuck it in. And now all I do is literally just take a corner and just stuff it into this dry sack. The reason it's in a dry sack is if it gets wet, I can put it back in this dry sack and it'll keep the rest of my bag dry, rather than putting it just straight in the pouch or whatever. I mean, sometimes I do just stick it straight in the pocket pouch on the side of the bag if I haven't got anything else with me, but I have today, so that can go in there. Just, it hasn't got nothing drastically squished down, but so that's it, packed up, and then literally, so that goes in, followed by the ground sheet, followed by the temp pegs, push them all in. That's the little 1-2 ground sheet that you've seen me use loads of times. That goes in there. So in the top of the Bergen now goes a cold weather kit. So which I haven't needed because it's been absolutely red hot. Even sitting around the fire till like 12 o'clock last night. And then yeah, that's it, packed up, ready to go to a little camp to have some breakfast. So I'll probably won't record breakfast because there's other people there. We're making bannock and stuff. So, but I'll bring you back later once we're done and yeah, ready. Okay, so that's camp all packed up. Got my Bergen on. Day sack's just here, which I'm going to throw on my shoulder. And I'm going to try and fight my way out again. So I'll see if I can keep you stable-ish for that. So let's see if we can get out of here. Let's just flick you around. Oh. So as you can see, it's quite dense and overgrown. So watch out for stingers because I've got my shorts on this morning. So big step. So that was camp for the night, which as you can see is pretty good. That's my marker stick, which when I first got here yesterday I come and marked where camp was, but this was the one I used last time, so I'm going to throw it down there and hopefully use that next time. So as you can see, really nice area. I'll put you in zoomed out view so you can see it a bit better. So this is a private woodland, so we are allowed to be here to do this course. So but yeah, I didn't see what was crawling around inside the tent, inside the area earlier. Something walking about, but so yeah. So as you can see, the area is absolutely covered with Himalayan balsam as well, which it gets everywhere. It's such an invasive species of plant, and you have to kind of rip it up for like 7 years before it actually goes away. So it'll keep going back every time you rip it up. It'll just keep coming back and stuff. I'm going to put you in normal zoom mode. We're going to walk down the track here. As you can see, it's very overgrown at the moment, just because of it's like at the end of August, so everything's still fully bloomed. But yeah, this is the area. It is a little bit overgrown, to be perfectly honest, but it does the job. So I'm not sure who's about this morning, but This is the camp toilet. So, which the lads have been working on, which is pretty good, to be honest. It's just a chemical toilet in there, but the actual outside is a lot better than a tent which they had last time. So, but yeah, so that was the night. So the mantracking course, anti-mantracking course, carries on today. So we're going to carry on with that with Kyt, and then yeah, just crack on throughout the day. Finishing about 2 o'clock, so I've got quite a long morning. So I'll crack on and yeah, make some breakfast and have a brew.
I'm looking here. I can't see to. From here, I can see.
Yeah.
So kind of pointing to 1 o'clock.
There's
If you take this as
a
12.
small plant which is young, you know?
This one here, I was looking. It's a small indent. It's been pushed forward.
And that's why.
That would fit pace-wise with his next.
Stability to the toe. I prefer to go this way, so the balance is on the feet, and then.
Right, so you don't transfer weight until your foot's down.
Just like I did there. I stood on a leaf, cracked, stopped, pulled out of it. And went down.
That is even harder.
That's why I pick up this point, because we got some leaves, and you can experience in walking on them. Then.
So that's the end of the bushcraft weekend. It was a good weekend. I took a couple of little photos of and videos of Kyt this morning doing some of the what's the name. So yeah, just a lot of birds here. Just escaped the penning. So but yeah, it's been really good, and I'll see you next week. And probably a day hike, to be honest, because I've been away and done some of the last 2 weekends. So like and subscribe please, and I will speak to you soon. Cheers.